Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The one rule that you have to follow when you lie is to be consistent. There are many other rules, but one of the pillars of lying craft, you need to be consistent. That means if you tell a lie, you have to be consistent with the lie. I mean, it kind of makes sense. And if you tell the same lie or you're asked about the same event in the future, you have to be consistent in saying the same thing. That's the problem with liars. Liars cannot sometimes remember what they lied sometime back. And then if you have the record and you ask them the same question and they bring you more details, or the details are like this and like that, you can catch them. No consistency. The same here. I got here, when you portray someone, in this case Putin. Putin is portrayed by the West in a certain way. Omnipowerful, that means all-powerful, right? All dictator, right? He is the only decision maker. He's a very ruthless guy that if you open your beak and start squeaking or chirping, he's gonna, you know what I mean? That's what this guy is we are supposed to believe he is. Almost as bad as Hitler, or maybe like Hitler, but in a different way. You know, like a different flavor, if you know what I mean. On the other hand, when they talk about Kadyrov, Kadyrov, the Chechen leader, have you seen him with that automatic weapon running? Pum, 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 pum. Yeah, I made a video like that. Not like that, but about that. And I uploaded a link in the description below with Kadyrov doing what he does best, being a man. And now we have here a contradiction, I think, between these two guys, because they make fun of Kadyrov as being a sissy, a ballless, pussified guy. But on the other hand, in this article, they make him be actually even stronger than Putin. Now, be consistent, my friends. Consistency. But they lie so much, and there are so many lying about this guy that you can't keep track. So this article obviously comes from the New Voice of Ukraine. I'm talking to them. I'm talking to Pravda, with Ukrainska Pravda, and with Ukrinform. These guys are the main sources there. Guys, be consistent. Now, what happens? This article comes from today, December 19th, 2022. And this is the title. Sit down and brace yourselves. Putin afraid of Kadyrov. When I read it, I was like, wow, okay. Ukraine's top security official says. So his top security official, he's got some confidential and top secret information that he cannot share with us, I'm guessing. Like these guys here. They say, well, that guy is a bad dude and we have all the evidence. But guess what? We cannot share it with you. You just have to believe us. Because, you see, right here it says FBI. So if it says FBI, we are on the, on the side of the good. That's how it goes. And people say, yes, because that's how they teach you here. To respect authority from the kindergarten up. It's just a regimentation. When I was a kid, and you do something, and someone else does something, you start fighting, and that's it. You settle score by your own thing. Here, Gigi, if Michael hits you, what do? I go and tell the teacher. There you go. Our authority is going to come and settle things down. But what if the teacher is friend with Mike's parents? Then Gigi is fucked. But hey, no, it's nothing like that. We are different here. All right. So the same here. Yeah, they tell us because they know. Yeah, okay. They know more than we do, that's for sure. They have potentially, you know what I mean? Because they can have access more information than we can. But it doesn't mean that they are more honest than we are, or at least they are honest. So, Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council, Aleksey Danilov. Now, when you hear this name, Danilov, and linked to Ukraine, that guy, I don't believe anything what that guy says. And that's because of his statements. That guy is one of the, if not the most hateful guy in the whole club over there in Ukraine. Zelensky doesn't seem hateful, he's like a clown. Zmihal keeps his mouth shut and he looks like a philosopher, but if you look at him like, where's my money, you know what I mean? If you look at Reznikov, he looks like a Stalin for me. And if you look at the other one, what's his name, Yermak looks like a little teddy bear, but he can be a Beria, you know what I mean? Check Beria out. So anyway, this Danilov, he's a very feisty and very, and he can be however he want to be, but his statements were not always consistent, if you know what I mean. So Aleksey Danilov claims that the Russian dictator Vladimir Putin is afraid of Ramzan Kadyrov, his protege in Russia-occupied Ichkeria. Now, what I mean is his protege. Do you know who Kadyrov's father was? What was the relationship between Putin and Kadyrov's father? Do you know anything about this? If you don't, then read a little bit and you find out how idiot Danilov is. Weren't there two Chechen wars over there? Is Putin took Kadyrov under his wing, and this is what I try to imply here. But anyway, he shared his opinion in an interview with Ukrainian Pravda, which was published on December 19th, this Danilov. And I'm quoting. This is the last paragraph. No, it's two more paragraphs, my bad. I thought this is not gonna, I didn't read the article yet. I thought the title was like, Jesus Christ, here we fucking go again. So, in fact, I'm quoting, Putin is afraid of Kadyrov. I'm waiting for the evidence. Because this is a person who can create a very big problem for him, end quote, said Danilov, recalling that the Kremlin's chief might be behind the murder of Ramzan Kadyrov's father, Akhmat Kadyrov, and Chechnya would not forget that. So I'm repeating, recalling that the Kremlin's chief, Putin, might be behind the murder of Ramzan Kadyrov's father, Akhmat Kadyrov, and Chechnya would not forget that. Well, according to Danilov, this guy that we're supposed to believe, Kadyrov's loyalty is ensured only by finances and various benefits which allow him to enjoy complete impunity. And I'm quoting, if Putin had not given him, Kadyrov, complete freedom of action, would not have allowed Kadyrov and all his accomplices to do whatever they want with impunity in any city of the Russian Federation, then Ichkeria would have revolted long ago and would have been free, Danilov added. Well, it's like you have an enemy, right? You have an enemy or you have a child. Not that it's the same thing, but you can't provide how do you call that, sterility or 100% germ-free environment. So you keep it you look at the costs and benefits. Like this guy, he's doing the same way. This guy being Danilov, but he expects Kadyrov to be an angel in a real world. And now that's stupid. But he raises that bar and he analyzes Kadyrov and Putin compared with an ideal. Like that's the way we good people are. We were not like that, we the good people. You know what I mean? We have a proportion of goodness or good and evil. That's how we are. Danilov included. So as long as Kadyrov doesn't do something that really angers Putin, and he did one time about 2 months ago, and I will tell you what exactly happened. If Kadyrov doesn't, if he's still doing that thing, that's fine. If he gets out of control, then he's gonna be smacked around, and he would be smacked around. Remember when Russia retreated or lost the territory, right? When Ukraine did that great counteroffensive. Remember that, right? And what did Kadyrov say? He said that the generals, the Russian generals, the leadership, first he said, I'm not I'm not, general. I don't want to get involved in that. And then he got angry and he said that maybe they should use nuclear weapons, tactical things, blah, 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 local, just a little bit of nuclear weapon here or a little bit over there. Kadyrov. And he started criticizing and he's got his mouth too big. And then the Kremlin warned him, said not Kadyrov, it was like general statement, like some should keep their mouth shut regarding certain things. Kadyrov did like this, retreated under his little rock that he came from, and he stayed over there for about 2 weeks. That's all he could. And then he crawled back out and he started again. But he knew what not to touch. It was the limit. When the kid does something, you can't keep a child staying like a fucking sedated. Watch cartoons. You can't have that. I mean, if you have that, that's bad. You are a bad parent, that's for sure. The kid does all kind of things. Breaks stuff, doesn't listen, beats his sister, or something like that. Now, when things get a little bit too much out of control, you block it. But if the kid, you say, come over here, and he's not coming, to death, right? You let him, hey, come on, blah, blah, blah. You let him do a little bit of hanky-panky here. As long as that doesn't cross a line. When that crosses a line, like Kadyrov, and that would create a problem if Kadyrov all of a sudden switches into I hate you, Putin. But I guarantee you Kadyrov will be dead and Chechnya would be fucked up. That's why when Putin came into in 1999, 31st or whatever of December or something, when he was appointed by Yeltsin, what did he do? He went to Chechnya and fucked them up. The Second Chechen War. What did he do? He cleared the house over there. He went over there, Putin. Not like Rambo. No, not like Biden. All right? But anyway, he cleared them. He said, we're gonna... I don't know if you saw the Tropic Thunder with, what's his name? Tom Cruise over there. He plays Grossman or something. And he talks with a terrorist on the phone and said, I'm going to fuck you up. That's exactly what Putin did to... It's a comedy. Very crazy comedy. Anyway, so it's Ben Stiller too. Here we go again. And others. But it's a beautiful comedy. It's stupid but funny. So anyway, the same. I think Putin told and did, we're going to fuck you up if you move your little mouth again. Stay over there where we tell you to stay. Do your hanky-panky. We're not going to, give them some liberty. But don't fuck too much around. And I don't think Putin is afraid of Kadyrov. It will be an inconvenience. That's what's going to be. And Kadyrov knows that he's alive because Putin allows him to be over there. And if Putin wants, can create immediately something in Chechnya. Do you think that Chechnya is an organized, disciplined? I don't think so. They have heart, they have spirit, but you need some other things too, and I don't think they have. I never heard of them having, I don't know what kind of weapons they have. You know what I mean? You can fight the... Anyway, you can... Mujahideens again and all that. Putin showed them very well. What was 2000? What was it? 2002 or so, something like this. The Second Chechen War. I can't remember, but anyway, something about that when he went back and he did. So yeah, I don't think he's afraid. I think he's just inconvenient if he starts doing something. And what's his name? Danilov is just creating what he's creating. Misinformation or whatever. Maybe he has the information, but I think he makes it too big from what actually it is. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.